EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to chilly, but of course sold-out Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Today we continue on in Wild Card Weekend with a great AFC matchup between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Kansas City Chiefs.
Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC Wild Card game. Taken in at the 3. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. It's hard enough to play on the road in this league as it is, but to start on the road with a fumble on the opening kickoff, just not the precedent you obviously want to set.
Not at all, and now it's just words because they've talked about it all week. From the time they start game planning for this one, remember, going into hostile territory, we have to set the tone right in the beginning, and they do the exact opposite.
And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
TJ Watt there on the tackles.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Mahomes, man open left side, it's Williams. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
They'll roll him out. Kansas City touchdown! Solid finish to the opening drive. And look, when you get down around the goal line, you have to account for his legs. We saw it right there.
Yeah, that's the added dimension to the offense, isn't it? Remember what the offensive line coach told us earlier this week? I told my guys, he's going to run it. We have to make sure he stays protected and give him an opportunity.
The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here. At the 25. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll throw from the gun. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
It's now 2nd.
Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now the pass finding its way into the hands of Eric Ebron. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger. That one into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29.
That's a nice clip and save sequence there defensively because they did everything as they would have wanted to. They forced the 3rd down, blanketed the field with coverage, nowhere to go with the football, forced the dump off to the back, and even then they closed quickly and got him down behind the line of scrimmage. You name it, they did it well in that last sequence.
A very good punt, but a 16-yard return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game, because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. But it looks like the Chiefs are going to get it back. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage. But I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A gain there of 21 yards. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Williams. Boy, that is a 7-yard loss. 2nd down now.
A loss of 7. Brings up 2nd and 17 at the 18-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Mahomes escaping the pressure right. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 12.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. They go play action. Now Mahomes. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. No doubt a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get...
And his first carry, he loses the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Mahomes. Flush to his right. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Score, Chiefs 7, Steelers nothing.
But they'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1. Mahomes takes it himself. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time. Wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
This is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing 3rd and goal. Now this time Mahomes will throw. And look at that, a diving catch. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
A Hall of Fame coach once said, there are no medals for trying. And that wasn't a trying effort, was it? That was a winning effort. How about that great catch?
Excellent. They know, hey, you lose this game, you get a ding or two. You got 7 months to heal. They're going to go all out. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. A nice little juke. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. They have the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. And he hits his tight end, Ebron. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a 1st down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a dump off here complete. 3 yards to gain there, 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
For Eric Ebron.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
And they'll need the 39 here for a 1st. This is 3rd down. Again, it's Roethlisberger. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
Brings up 4th down.
And with the snow here, maybe asking too much of the kicker to try a field goal. So instead, offense on the field, they'll go for it on 4th down. And he will have a 1st down as they get into the ground at the 37. He's just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
And a Steeler.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Play action. It's Roethlisberger. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. The loss of 3 on that 1st down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. Now Ben on 3rd and long. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they're getting blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board.
It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 79 yards. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Well, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone.
To kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. They go play action now. Roethlisberger back to Smith-Schuster, this time complete. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
Steelers.
First and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. Play action. Now Roethlisberger. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So from the 17 now, here's a first and 10. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 1.
They begin the drive with Williams. And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
At the 1-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. On the ground, this is Williams. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
31-yard line.
Options galore here, second and a few inches. They run it again with Williams. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go into the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. First and 10 at the 45. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Travis Kelce, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended target. And that'll make it third down. Working from the gun, Mahomes. He'll take a shot for the end zone. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. But look, this is a team, Charles, they faced adversity all year long. They had to fight and claw to win that division, but they're putting it all together here in the wild card game.
Feels like a statement, doesn't it? An absolute statement game, a message to the top seeds. Overlook us at your own peril. We're pretty darn good.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit.
Now Ben hit, and he lost the football. It's loose. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
And now this throw complete to Washington. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
21 yards.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
26-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Eric Ebron.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Here's Hill on the return. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And the Chiefs are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, and at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Williams. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Mecole Hardman, the intended target, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now Mahomes' throw complete to his tight end, Kelsey. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
It's a gain of 5.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield.
He was taken down.
It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 6.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Vince Williams in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. Here's the Chiefs punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. James Washington was the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off here, the 32.
This has been one mistake after another on the offensive side of the ball. That's now 3 interceptions to go along with 2 fumbles for him. And if you're going to turn the ball over 5 times in a game, your chances to win have to be about 100 to 1. And it's not looking good for him here.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 27-yard line.
Again, it's Williams. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Now here's Mahomes. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And the 2nd wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Williams will try again. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Butker on for the PAT.
The touchdown was scored by the runner, but the offensive line, they feel like it's theirs. They blocked that one up perfectly. Allowed him easy access to the end zone.
Steelers, nothing. Harrison Butker.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And at this point, maybe you say, you know, it was a good effort really just to make the playoffs. They couldn't win their division but did earn a wild card berth. It does appear, however, that their season is just a few minutes away from ending in one-and-done fashion. 5 yards on the catch there brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Shotgun snap for Rudolph. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. Now it's Rudolph. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They'll run for it with Samuels. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their fourth pick of the game. Instead, second down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Rudolph. Finds his running back, James Conner. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
5 yards.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Rudolph looking to throw it. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
The Steeler first down.